What's up, world? It's your boy Derek Tremaine. Checking in with my Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury prediction video, scheduled on February 22nd, 2020, this Saturday at the Grand Gardens Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And if you can't afford to be there, contact your local cable provider. The pay-per-view costs are $79.99. A lot of bread, right? But the fight gonna be worth the money. That's what I think anyway. But before I get to my prediction, I want to talk about the sit-down that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury had at the PBC, discussion, face-off. And it went from being cordial in the beginning, respectful, to these dudes ready to knock blood out of each other. They ready to split each other. And it's like Tyson Fury energy to me, it's not the same as it was in the first fight. Like Deontay, I can see that he wants to accomplish the goal that he's setting out for, to be the greatest heavyweight in the world, and that's no disrespect to, the Alis of the world, the Tysons of the world. This man is in this present now, and he's trying to become a unified champion. Now, going into the match on Saturday, here's what we do know. We know that both fighters are undefeated. We know that both fighters thought they both won the fight. Now, truth be told, Tyson Fury was winning on the scorecards, and Deontay Wilder, he put him on his back twice in the 12th round. It looked like he was out. Like some Holy Spirit got him up off the ground. But they both thought they won the last fight. Turned out to be a draw. Now, going into this Saturday, if you don't know, Deontay Wilder is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world currently. He has a professional record of 43 fights, 42 knockouts, 0 losses, and 1 draw. He has a 95.35% knockout rate. He's 6'7", boxing style is orthodox, and he has an 83-inch reach. Now, Tyson Fury is 29-0, 1 draw, with 20 KOs. He's 6'9", with the 85-inch reach, and he also boxes in an orthodox stance. He has a 66.67% knockout rate, and he's the reigning lineal world heavyweight champion. Now, what I want to go over right now is both fighters' keys to victory. And this is just my personal opinion on what I think either man needs to do to secure the victory. So, we're going to start first with Deontay Wilder. Now, I think Deontay Wilder, he wants to win in spectacular fashion. He says this all the time, which means he wants to win by knockout or stoppage. Now, what I think he has to do is a flinching punch that he has to focus on, to me, is an uppercut. And also cutting the ring off. And, pacing himself as he's, following or chasing Tyson Fury around the ring. He has to cut the ring off and conserve energy. And the reason why I say an uppercut and cutting the ring off is you're definitely going to get to the point where you're going to have to bang inside with him. Now Tyson Fury has some very good footwork, but you still have to cut the ring off. You got to get inside. And the reason you have to get inside leads me to number 2. You have to attack the body. Wilder has to attack the body. He has to wear him down. And you got to wear him down, get him lethargic. And then that's going to lead to 3. What I think is going to lead up to the knockout is Deontay has to set traps. He has to be able to set up that right hook. And I think he has to set up that right hook with establishing a constant left jab. Because if you constantly swing in the right, which is your most powerful punch and can end the fight at any moment, no one will disagree with that. But I think, you can't telegraph the right all the time. Just like when he did in the Ortiz fight. If you notice, he didn't throw the right as much. He threw left hooks, he threw jabs, he, worked to body, and then once that right hook came, Ortiz was comfortable. He wasn't expecting it because Wilder wasn't swinging it like a jackhammer every 5 minutes. He set that trap for him, and it worked, and he got him out of there. And I think that's what you have to do also to get Tyson Fury out. Now, for me, I think that keys to victory for Tyson Fury will have to be he's going to have to keep Deontay on an angle. You can't let him sit down on his punches. You can't let him stand and get a full velocity, a full twist on his punches. Because he already hit hard, and if he could plant that foot and throw that right with full force, it's a wrap. So I think you need to counter, pot shot him to keep it moving, keep a constant jab in there, and also, you have to tie him up. You have to tie him up. When he comes in, you want to tie him up because you don't want to take a risk of not being able to counter on time and get hit with that right because it's going to do damage. So you got to tie him up and avoid staying in the pocket fighting on the inside. Say do it in some spurts to try to get some body work in and to try to get your points up, but don't stay in the pocket too long. Also, throw combinations. Jab, hook, because you want to run up the points. You want to bank some rounds. It leads me to my last point. You need to conserve energy. You have to focus on your defense. You have to be perfect for 12 rounds defensively in order to win this fight. You proved it in the last fight when you were beating, you won quite a few rounds. You were ahead on the scorecards, but once that right finally landed, it's into la-la land. And of course, you have to counter, build up points. The only way that I could see Tyson Fury winning is your conditioning has to be better than it was the first fight. I do know you changed trainers, and seeing you in the pre-talks, you look banged up. Like you got some sparring partners that's bringing it to you. You don't look as confident and ready as you did in the first fight. In the first fight, you looked like you really went in there to win the fight, that you did not believe Deontay Wilder could beat you. For some reason, your energy is just sending something off different. Like you're just thinking about surviving. You don't want to get knocked out. And that's in the back of your mind. So my prediction is going to be Deontay Wilder, 10th round stoppage, technical knockout. And the reason why I believe that, because Tyson Fury in your last fight, you ended up having to get 64 stitches. Split your eye. And I think if Deontay Wilder can attack that eye and he can open it back up, I know you're a warrior, You're a gladiator. You ain't scared of no blood. You don't keep banging. But I think with, your eyes bleeding and he continues, he may open that gash up even more. And then you're worried about a right hand and you're worried about your eye. I think it's going to be too much. So again, Deontay Wilder, 10th round, technical knockout. It's your boy D. If you took time to listen and hear what I had to say, I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. And hey, go watch the fight. If you don't want to pay a high cost from your cable company, find a sports bar to have it. Buffalo Wild Wings or any of the major sports bars. Pay your $10, get some food, get some drinks, and watch the fight. Because I think this fight is going to be just as spectacular as the first one. But I think Deontay Wilder has the recipe. They can put together a game plan to end this one, 10th round technical knockout. I'm out. God bless. Live in peace. Live in love. I'm out.
I'll give you pleasure.